Hi, this is Dr. Neen, the Think It Do It Queen. Welcome to the 7-part story writing worksheet instructional video. Right now you should locate the 7-part story writing worksheet. You will complete the worksheet from the bottom to the top. The 7 parts to your story writing are the backstory, the goal, the conflict, the aha moment, the action, the result, and the life lesson. Let's look at the life lesson. You're going to locate my 4-step speech writing worksheet. Find the life lesson you chose in the life lesson statement and transfer that information to the life lesson section of my 7-part story worksheet. What was the life lesson you learned from your experience? Which of the life lessons in the book match the life lesson you learned about? What is the phrase that encompasses your life lesson and is impactful to you? All these questions should have been answered when you completed the 4-step speech writing worksheet. If you did not complete that worksheet, then answer these questions now. Let's look at Shari's life lesson example. Shari went through a very bad divorce. She has had to relearn how to trust people, and she resonates with the life lesson, trust. The statement from the Words of Wisdom, or WOW, on trust from the book that's impactful to her is, trust can be so liberating. Result. Did your life lesson give you the results you were expecting in life? Were there unplanned results that turned out to be lessons in disguise? Did your life lesson journey have pleasant surprises? Could you replicate these results? Let's look at Sherry's result example. When I started to focus on my own growth, my life started to expand. I attracted more people who cared about the things I cared about and who shared my values. I learned that when you trust yourself, you expand your life. Action. What steps did you take after realizing your life goal was possible? Are these steps that others can also take? Which steps moved you forward? Let's look at Sherry's action example. Attend personal development programs to work on myself and not on my situation. Maintain consistent commitment. Create a support system. We're going to jump now to conflict, since the aha moment requires knowing what the conflict was. What prevented you from achieving your life goal? Be specific about the challenges, the fears, and the people, including yourself, that prevented you from balancing your life or achieving your life goal. Sherry's conflict example. I started to doubt myself. I became obsessed with reviewing what went wrong in my relationship. I kept pitying myself. I kept searching for other people's opinion of my situation. I was not honoring my definition of self. Aha moment. What made you realize that the conflict could be overcome? When did you realize how to overcome the conflict? What power did you need to possess to be the driver of success in this effort? Shari's aha moment example. I looked in the mirror and was sick of the pity party. I realized I had to trust myself again. I realized I needed support to keep focused on my goal of remembering who I was. Goal. What is the purpose of telling your story? What difference do you want to make in the lives of your listeners? What is the life lesson message you want to burn into the minds of your listeners? Shari's goal example. I want them to take the journey down the road of self-trust. I want them to ask themselves if they deserve to have an expanded life. I want them to believe you have the power to turn fear into trust. Backstory. The backstory is your history in a nutshell. Tell why you are inspired to share your story and what qualifies you to tell it. Also, share why your audience will want to know your story. Shari's backstory example. At one time in my life, I would never have believed I'd be able to identify with the idea of trust being liberating. It seemed that trust continued to keep me going down the path of confinement and imprisonment. You see, 3 years ago, I was happily married, or so it seemed. And then her story goes into detail. Just in case you are curious, you can view her full speech in the final speech script handout. Next, you're going to convert your notes to bullet points. You're going to review your notes and whittle them down to keywords to trigger your memory. You will use those keywords as bullet points for your speech. Shari's bullet points example include: regarding the backstory, it's about divorce. The goal, trust again. Conflict, I felt confined by old beliefs about trust. Aha moment, when you trust yourself, you expand your life. Action, focused on activities to help me know and trust myself. Result, happier self, I attract happy people. Life lesson, trust can be liberating if you trust yourself to trust it. Once again, you're going to need to locate my 4-step speech writing worksheet. Your bullet points from a 7-part story writing worksheet should be transferred to the evidence section of the 4-step speech writing worksheet. Next steps. Make sure you've watched the other videos and completed all your worksheets. And most importantly, practice your speech. I can't emphasize that enough. This is Dr. Neen, the Think It Do It Queen, and I look forward to seeing you on the speaking circuit.